Hello again, folks, and welcome back to the EAB First National Bank pregame show. I'm Jacob Linderman, and I'm usually joined by Hunter Tolbert, but he's running some equipment upstairs to the broadcaster, so it's just me right now, and you're in our First National Bank pregame show. First National Bank, where they put you first always. Nettleton Raiders are on the road again, like Willie Nelson once said, and we are in the great town of Paragould, Arkansas, a little bit north on Highway 1, and the Raiders are getting ready to take on the Paragould Rams. It is Paragould's homecoming tonight, so we're going to give a shout out to all the maids and the homecoming queen, whenever that's announced here at Paragould. So we're in for a very fun game. Paragould always plays harder on their homecoming, and it will be a fun one to say the least. Nettleton coming in after a big overtime victory against the Brooklyn Bearcats. That was a fun one, all the way down to the wire. Brooklyn had the ball first. They scored first, made the point after touchdown. Nettleton, first play of overtime, ran it in 10 yards out with Xavier Harrell and went for the 2-point conversion, and then they scored with Xavier Harrell yet again. It was an exciting game. Nettleton won that one 29-28. They moved to 2-0 in conference play. Paragould, on the other hand, I believe is 0-2 in conference play, and they are battling for their first conference win tonight. It's going to be a fun one. Their last week game, they fell short to Batesville. It was a fun one right there. Paragould sits at 3-2 on the year. They lost 24-16, so it was a one-score game plus the 2-point conversion, and it went all the way down to the wire. And that's another fun game from the 5A East last week. We are about 25 minutes out from kickoff. They're running through their homecoming thing, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's take a small 3-minute break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the game last week for the Raiders and then move into the history of this football game, the history of Nettleton versus Paragould. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's take a 3-minute break. When we come back, we'll have more Raider football here on the EAB Sports Network.
The ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, and those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We're here when you need us most. We are NEA Baptist.
First National Bank's roots run deep in Northeast Arkansas. We began a single Paragould branch with one idea: customers first. By focusing on the best products banking has to offer and valuing the highest level of service, we're now 23 branches across Arkansas and Tennessee. As First National Bank grows, our roots only get deeper, and the mission remains the same: you first, always. Learn more about our products and services at fnbank.net. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get huge savings now at every Kavanaugh dealership. Kavanaugh has a great selection of late model, low mileage, certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. And most are still under factory warranty. We have every make and every model, so you're sure to find the vehicle you want. And when you buy at Kavanaugh, every new and used purchase comes with 1 year of free maintenance. Plus, we buy cars. Bring a vehicle, get a check. Come see us today at one of our dealerships or go to KavanaughCars.com.
Welcome back to the First National Bank pregame show. Jacob Linderman, Hunter Tolbert here on the call. And we're going to talk a little bit about the week before this one, the overtime thriller at Brooklyn. Nettleton has back-to-back road games, so crowd always plays an advantage. And something about this game right here tells me Paragould has a great crowd advantage. It's homecoming, and usually homecoming, that's a big home crowd. And Nettleton fans are still on their way, trying to beat the 5 o'clock traffic. And I know it was rough for me, and I was pretty much out through campus by 5 o'clock, and that's where majority of it is. And it's tough to beat.
It is.
But Nettleton fans are on their way. In last week's game, it was an absolute thriller. It was a 3-touchdown game for the man who wears number 9, the X-Man, Xavier Harrell. He ran for 111 yards, scored 3 touchdowns. I believe the other touchdown was scored by Marcus Jefferson, and Jordan Simmons was a touchdown pass to Simmons in the end zone in the third quarter. It was an absolute thrilling game. Nettleton looked good on defense, creating stops with Damon Coleman using the linebacker core. The secondary didn't get much work as Brooklyn was a run-heavy team. They ran the ball with Gabe Carter for 244 yards in all 4 of the Brooklyn touchdowns. So they were a ground-heavy team. Nettleton got a lot of good reps on stopping the run. Paragould, on the other hand, they were more of a throwing team last week. Their quarterback, Deering, he threw for 158 yards, and 108 of those went to only one receiver. So he has a favorite, I guess. I mean, you throw for 158 yards, you get 108 out to one guy. Make sure I get that guy's name correct. It was Austin Burden caught 108 yards, and Avery Deering passed for 152.
Wow, very impressive.
It's a pretty good statistic right there. And 108 reception yards, you do that 10 times a season, 10 games in a season, and you're an all-state contender. I mean, you will win all-state. And
100%.
that very impressive performance by Burden right there, making plays for this Paragould team. We're in the First National Bank pregame show, First National Bank, where they put you first always. We are here at Paragould High School at Paragould Ram Field. I don't see a special name for the field, so we're just going to call it Ram Stadium, Ram Field. And we're in our NEA Baptist broadcast position, which is high in the sky in the press box here at Paragould. NEA Baptist, that's healthcare for the next century. They are about to present the flag. They got their color guard out there, and they're getting ready for the national anthem and all the jazz that they do with that, the Pledge of Allegiance, moment of silence, and the national anthem in that order. So as soon as they start walking out towards the field, we'll take a break. But this game has been played for the last 43 years. This makes year 44 right here, and they've played 46 games. Now, you might be wondering, Hunter, why have they played for the past 43 years, but it's 45 games now? Last 44 years, this makes 45. But they played twice in 2000 and 2001.
Wow.
Nettleton leads the series. They lead at 31-14 with one tie. So that tie came in 1984. So that's long before mine and Hunter's time. We weren't even a thought in our parents' eyes. So we're both little young guys. I'm 19. Hunter is probably 17, right?
Yeah, 17.
So we're about 2 years apart, and we weren't even a thought back the last time these guys tied. Last time Paragould won against Nettleton came in 2010. So little Jacob Linderman was 4 years old. It's been a while. Nettleton has a great history winning this series. The last time these two teams met was in 2024, which was last football season. Nettleton won that one 55-23. My senior year, it was a really close game, and it was played right here at Paragould Field. It was a 27-22 final, and I'm expecting something like that tonight from the Paragould Rams. It's their homecoming. We always get scheduled on their homecoming if we're coming to Paragould, because I remember my sophomore year, 2021, Nettleton won 49-0. It's been Nettleton has a really good history here at Paragould Field, and it's always a fun game when these two teams meet off. It's always a fun game when two 5A East competitors play. Let's talk about games around the 5A East, then we'll break down starters after another break. It's tonight in the 5A East, of course, we got Nettleton at Paragould. Hootens has Nettleton picked to win. The number 8 team in the 5A, according to Hootens, Valley View, is at win. They have Valley View projected to win. Batesville versus Harding Academy. They have Harding Academy ranked 14th at Hootens as well. and Harding Academy is projected to win. And it's Greene County Tech taking on Brooklyn. They have Greene County Tech rated at 20. Nettleton's rated at 17 right now, hosting a 3-2, 2-0 conference record. Paragould also a 3-2 record, but a 0-2 conference record. So it's kind of like if you flip the conference scores right there. But it's going to be a great game, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take another quick break. Let's do a 4-minute break. When we come back, we're going to talk about starters for tonight's matchup. Back here in 4 on the EAB Sports Network. Raider football here on the EAB Sports Network. Glad you're joining us for our First National Bank pregame show. Pregame coverage is brought to you by the First National Bank, where they put you first always. It's Raider football. The national anthem is going. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm so sorry for the people listening at home. We're going to go to another ad break. I feel bad talking over the national anthem. So give me a 60-second break right here. Back here in 60 on the EAB Sports Network. My apologies for the back-to-back ad break, guys. I felt really bad talking over the national anthem because this is a beautiful country and perfect country to respect with the national anthem. So
For sure.
we didn't want to talk over it here in the NEA Baptist broadcast position here at Paragould Field. NEA Baptist, where they put you first always. Wait, excuse me, I got that wrong. That's healthcare for the next century. That's on me. First National Bank pregame show for Raider football ever, and that's where they put you first always. So glad you are joining us on this really beautiful Friday night. It's a perfect night for football. Weather is just right. Probably about 70 degrees outside.
It feels great out there.
Nice little chill, and it's football weather. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so we're going to see a lot of pink out there. The Raider cheerleaders have their pink pom-poms, and we are ready to play some football. About 10 minutes until kickoff on the scoreboard. So let's go ahead and announce the starters for the Nettleton Raiders. The coaches from the other team never send me their starters in time, so we're just going to go with the Raiders. Starting with our left tackle, wearing 58, that is Mikael Hurt. Left guard, number 60, Channing Bean. At center, number 65, Sir Jonathan Freeman. Right guard, number 66, Jorion Pounds. Right tackle, number 74, Uriah Miller. At receiver, wearing number 1, Jordan Simmons. Tied in, number 17, Tyler Cole. Receiver number 6, Jeremiah Jackson. Receiver number 11, Jordan Orr. And in the backfield, the running back, number 9, the X-Man, Xavier Harrell. And the quarterback, number 15, Marcus Jefferson. That is the starting lineup on the offensive side of the ball. That is Clint Wilson, the offensive coordinator's side of the ball. Now let's go to the defensive starters. Starting at defensive end, number 50, Keyshawn Washington. At the nose, number 55, Demarion Jackson. Defensive end, number 61, Ahmed Hurston. Linebacker, number 18, Darius McCuston. Linebacker, number 24, Big Damon Coleman. Linebacker, number 7, Xavier Johnson. Linebacker, number 8, Cam Phillips. Corner, number 4, Kylan Hendricks. Corner, number 3, Desmond Copeland. Strong safety, number 5, Torrance Spinks. And I haven't got an updated roster yet. I believe they moved a new corner out there and moved Kylan Hendricks to free safety. Donovan Mitchell is out this week yet again. He has just had surgery on his wrist. Last week, I believe it was Braylon Hendricks out there at the other corner spot. That seems right in my head. So we're going to go with Braylon Hendricks was the man starting since due to the Donovan Mitchell injury. So prayers up for Donovan Mitchell. Hope he has a speedy recovery. He's a good young man, hard worker. I watched him almost intercept a ball against Batesville in a cast. He's a really impressive young gentleman.
He is.
At kicker, number 40, Drew Gossett, and the punter, number 14, Javion Lyons. He's also the backup quarterback. Last week, they snuck him in the slot position. We ran a double pass. I mean, Nettleton will do anything. They'll fool anybody. It's a fun team. This is a fun year. We got captains out on the field. We are getting ready for the coin toss. And let's see who's out there. Looks like number 1, Jordan Simmons. Number 35, Javion Hill. Number 46, I believe that's the correct one, Randy Morris. Excuse me, that's number 40. Man, that is
It's quite far away over there.
Drew Gossett. And the other one, 61, that's Ahmad Hurston. Looks like Ahmad did not dress out tonight. They have him at 46 too on the other side. Yeah, 46. That is
Randy Morris.
Randy Morris. My apologies for that young man. I keep getting the names wrong. And for the captains for the Paragould Rams, number 11, that is Joshua Ward, and number 57. They do not have that name on my roster for Paragould. I got it off of Max Preps this morning, and just did not get it. Both teams shaking hands at center field on the P here at Paragould Field. We are in our NEA Baptist broadcast position. NEA Baptist, that's healthcare for the next century. Glad for you joining us tonight, whether it's through the Nettleton Raider Athletic page or 101.3 Bob FM. You can find both links to the radio or the stream from the EAB Sports Group app. It's a nice app. It has all the games all around the city of Jonesboro on it. You can also listen to Bud Rose Chappelle and watch Craig Miller's broadcast for the Jonesboro Hurricanes. Valley View, Randy Myers, and Taylor Sedemeyer have that game, and just a bunch of games. Cade Carlton and the Bearcats, they have every game.
Anything you could ever want.
Nettleton won the toss and elects to receive, so Nettleton will get ball first. Both teams getting ready to run out, and we're going to play some football. The Paragould Rams will defend the south end zone, so Nettleton will be going left to right on your radio dial. And it's going to be a fun one. Nettleton wearing their away whites with the gold pants, gold helmets, and Paragould wearing their home blues, blue tops, bottoms, and red and blue helmets. Very unique look. I always, when we played Paragould, they always wore red. I'm glad they finally used that blue color for some uniforms.
Looking good out there.
The Raiders are walking out, and here they come. The Raiders look good tonight. It's going to be a fun one. And we are excited for some football. Paragould is getting the fans on their feet. I'm hearing cowbells. We're at a Mississippi State game, maybe. And you hear those all the time at Mississippi State. That's like their tradition.
Oh, they got fireworks.
They got pyros, man.
Pyros.
This might be the most advanced run out I've ever seen.
They're getting hyped.
Paragould.
They got smoke. I mean,
they got a fog machine, pyros. I mean, this might be the most electric entrance I've ever seen in 5A East football. The cowbells are ringing. One pyro gave out. It's not going up anymore. It's really interesting here at Paragould. It's a lovely town. My girlfriend's from Paragould. She graduated the year before me at Paragould High School, so it's always a good time being in her hometown and watching the Paragould Rams take on the Nettleton Raiders. And it's kind of a split relationship. This game, she's cheering for the Rams. I'm cheering for the Raiders as the Nettleton play-by-play guy. It's kind of what you got to do, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. We are about 4 minutes away from kickoff, but I think we're going to start early. There's time left on the clock. Both teams we already shook the hands of the captains. Nettleton won the toss. They will receive, so Nettleton will be first on offense. And Nettleton is a run-heavy team. They love running the ball with Xavier Harrell. But don't be confused.
Yeah, don't get too comfortable because we'll throw the ball.
We sure will. Jordan Simmons, Jordan Orr, Jeremiah Jackson.
I mean, they're all great wide receivers out there, and we'll run the ball and we'll pass the ball.
It's definitely a run-heavy offense. However, the passing game is available at any point. Nettleton brings out their kickoff squad back deep to receive. Number 11, Jordan Orr, and number 1, Jordan Simmons. Ball is going to be kicked off from the Paragould 40-yard line. And their kicker, I believe, is going to be Aiden Chipman. He's a senior kicker here, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Referees talking it over. Paragould is in their final huddle. 12 minutes set on the clock, and 5A East Conference play is about to be underway, and homecoming for the Paragould Rams. The referee gets the ball. He's waiting on the kicker to get up there, and looks like it's going to be a kind of an onside kick. He's lining it up towards the first line. The referee hands the ball to the kicker. Get that young man's number. Have Chipman marked as a kicker, and that is not number 4, Aiden Chipman. That's number 20. That is Markul Atia. The kick is underway, and it's a sky kick. Nettleton will fair catch, and it's muffed by Tyler Cole, but he falls right on it. And Nettleton take over possession at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Good job, Tyler Cole, he fair caught it. He was going to fair catch it. Goes right through his hands, right through the bread basket, and falls right on it. Very good heads-up play, and here we'll see the first look of the Nettleton offense right here. Nettleton brings out their crew. They got 2 tight ends on the field, 2 receivers split out left. I believe 1 tight end will be on the ball. He'll be an ineligible receiver downfield. So Jefferson and Harrell, they motion Harrell out. And Jefferson's going to keep it himself. He has some running room, and he has
the right
a lot
side.
of grass. He gets out of bounds about at the opposite 45-yard line, and that's 1st and 10 right there. He's ran out of bounds by Isaiah Flowers, the corner on the right side, but it's not in time for a Nettleton Raider first down.
About a 13-yard run right there.
A little more than 13, probably about 15. Good run by Jefferson. Now they're going to go up the middle with Harrell. Harrell bounces outside, and he's still on his feet as he gets down to the 41-yard line. It's a 4-yard carry right there, and I thought he almost had an opening right there and nothing but green turf.
It amazes me. He's able to, get tripped up, but he stumbles and gets that extra 2 or 3 yards. It's very impressive.
2nd down and 6 here for the Raiders. Jefferson in the shotgun, and they're going to hand it off again with Harrell. Harrell up the gut and first down right there. They're going to mark him down after a gain of 7. And it's 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Ball's going to be spotted on the 34-yard line, and Nettleton is coming out and running the rock really well.
Those chains are moving for sure.
Snap goes, and it's a RPO and off the hands of Simmons, and it's going to be a dead ball.
Just a little high right there.
Trying to see if the referees are marking that as a backwards toss, and they're going to say it was a backwards pass, so Nettleton will back it up a little bit. I thought it was a forward pass from my angle. Referees are a lot closer. I can't really see that far away without my binoculars. I've been saying every week I'm going to bring those binoculars, and just can't ever remember them. They're in the hunting safe. Ball spotted back at the 39-yard line. It's 1st and about 15 for the Raiders, and Jefferson's going to keep it himself, and Jefferson goes down right above the line of scrimmage. He just could not get too much extra yardage. They're going to say about a yard right there, and it's now 3rd down and 15.
Getting set here fast.
Nettleton they're moving the trips on the left side, tight end on the right. Jefferson in the shotgun. Nettleton's going to be looking to pass here. Jefferson rolls out left side, throws. He hits Jordan Orr, and Orr only got about 4 yards right there. Be 4th down and 11. They're in the right spot to go for it or go for a short quarterback squib punt. They're deep in Paragould's territory, about at the 36-yard line. So it's 4th down and 11. 10 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. And Nettleton, they're going to motion Harrell out of the backfield. Harrell set up on the right side, lone receiver, 3 out left. It's going to be Jefferson dropping back, looking to throw, looks far, and it's caught. Jordan Orr, touchdown Raiders. DeMarcus Jefferson, a long ball from about 36 yards out, touchdown, and that's a touchdown Raiders. What a pass, what a ball, and Nettleton will score right there from 4th down and 11. What a massive play that was for the Raiders. 9:42 remaining here in the first quarter after the 4th down touchdown conversion. So it's a very good play. Raiders running the swinging gate here. Javion Lyons brings everybody up tight and in. And here comes Drew Gossett. Gossett was lined up at the flex receiver spot. And Lyons gets the hold, the snap. Good. Kick is good as well. 7-0. Raiders will take the lead. 9:42 remaining here in the first quarter. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, we'll have the kickoff after the touchdown back here in 30 on the EAB Sports Network. Seven to nothing here. Nettleton with an early lead. 9:42 remaining here in the first quarter, and a heck of a drive. About a 2-minute, 26-second drive, and Jordan Orr punched it off on a 36-yard reception from Marcus Jefferson. The kick from Gossett goes downfield. It's fielded, looks by Flowers. Flowers cutting up the middle, and he's met at the 30, and he'll go down right at the 30. Be 1st and 10 for the Paragould Rams, and this is the first time we get to see the Rams on offense. Paragould's bringing out the offensive line, waiting on the quarterback to jog out there, and that's Deering. Number 18, Avery Deering, the man for the Rams. He is a tall fella. He's 6'4".
Wow.
He's about as... He could probably play point guard for him as well. 6'4" Deering is in the shotgun all by himself in an empty set, and Nettleton would jump off sides right there. Keyshawn Washington moved on set, and will give Paragould the first 5 yards free. 1st and 5 here from the 35-yard line. 9:35 remains here in the first quarter. 7-0 as Paragould is in their first drive. Yet to run their first play. The freeze play got the Raiders on the first go-around. Deering still in the empty set. They're going to motion in, and they're going to hand it off the opposite side, kind of like a flex wing tee right there. It was Dylan Burgess. Burgess was their top receiver last week, and he was brought down by Tyler Robinson. Raiders moving some shifts around, trying to figure everything out here, try to stop the Rams on offense. They're back in the swinging gate formation. Deering is going to hand it off to number 4, Aiden Shipman. Shipman gets upfield, gets the first down. Excuse me, I believe I have that young man's name wrong. The announcer's saying something different than what I have on my roster. So, number 4, apologies. Well, try to figure it out, and we're going to pull up another roster here other than one on Max Preps. Deering is in the shotgun here. 1st and 10 after about the 4-yard carry, and they'll have the ball spotted right about the 42-yard line. 8:46 remains here in the first quarter, and Paragould getting everything set up. The chains took a little bit to move. Now the play clock will start and clock after the run play. It's a double back set. 2 receivers split out on both sides. Deering gets the snap. He's going to hand it off again to number 4, and he has some running room, and he's flipped over. Let me find that young man's name. Z.K. Lange is number 4 for the Paragould. He's a sophomore, and he's running the ball very well. First down for the Rams yet again after about a 15-yard carry to move the sticks. 8:16 remaining here in the first quarter. It's Deering and Z.K. Lange in the backfield. And it's been a fun game so far for the Raiders and the Rams. Lange back up the middle, and he is brought down by a tribe of Raiders right there. They're going to give him about 6 yards before he was met by all the Raiders to go down. 7:50 remaining here in the first quarter. It's 2nd down and 5 right here for the Rams. Paragould is in a 1-wing set. Now they shift over 2. They got Lange in the backfield with Deering. We got seeing what's going on. Flag on the play, illegal shift. They're going to call false start, not a legal shift. So there's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Move it back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10 for the Paragould Rams as they're moving the ball down the field. They're set up about at the 46-yard line, so they need to get over to the 36. Deering hands it off to Lange. Lange on the outside zone, bounces through a couple of holes, and he'll bring it forward about a 7-yard carry. Z.K. Lange is a phenomenal running back. 3rd down and about 3. They're going to give him 7 on the spot. 6:55 remaining here in the first quarter. Nettleton looking to get a stop here, try to force a 3-and-out. Deering all by his lonesome in the backfield. 3 receivers and 2 tight ends on the line. Deering couldn't get the freeze play to work. Now they bring in number 28, the wing T, into the backfield. And he is setting up the play. Deering gets the snap. He's going to hand it off, and he's met in the backfield. And looks like he's going to stop short, about short of a yard. A 2-yard carry, and be 4th down and 1. Damon Coleman with a big stop. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line. 4th down and 1. Deering and Paragould need a yard here. They're going to keep it with Deering, and Deering goes up the middle and gets the first down right there. About a 5-yard carry as Aiden Deering bulldozed his way through. He lowered his head and got the yards. That's a heck of a play. 5:58 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0. Raiders with the lead, but Paragould is driving. Ball spotted on the 34-yard line. Two very run-heavy teams, so we're seeing a lot of run. Neither team has aired out the ball just yet. I take that back. Nettleton did air out the ball, and they scored on a 36-yard touchdown. But the clock is moving, and it's ticking quick. Deering in the shotgun has Lange by his side. He hands it off to Lange. Lange working outside, and he's stopped. He stopped right about the line of scrimmage. They're going to mark him down at the 34-yard line. A gain of 0. That brings up 2nd down and 10. 5:12 remaining here in the first quarter. Clock is rolling as Nettleton is trying to create a good stop here on defense.
Torrance Spinks was able to sneak out right there and got a nice, clean hit.
Spinks is a good defensive player. We got a timeout on the field. Timeout Paragould. We're going to take this timeout with them. 4:58 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0. Raiders with the lead. We're going to take a 30-second break. When we come back, we'll have more first quarter action. Back here in 30 on the EAB Sports Network. Nettleton Raider football here on the EAB Sports Network. 4:58 remaining here in the first quarter. Nettleton leads 7-0 after their first drive score. And Paragould driving down the field. They just got stopped on a first down run for a gain of none. That's Lange is the main running back here, and he's a heck of a runner. Averages probably about 5 yards a carry against this Nettleton team, but Nettleton's starting to figure it out, putting an end to his long runs. Deering in the backfield, Lange on his left hip. 2 receivers split out on each side. 2 tight ends as well. Paragould gets set, and Deering's going to pass. Deering passes almost picked off. That's Colin Hendricks right there. And it just goes right through his hands. And it's a really good heads-up play. He kept the ball alive, tipped it up for himself, and just could not hold on.
Sneaked out right there.
3rd down and 10 for the Rams. 4:52 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0. I thought Colin Hendricks about had him a pick right there. A little INT action. Interception, if you may. It's been a fun first quarter. Very action-packed. The Paragould team likes to run the ball. Lange does a very good job of running the ball. Deering is going to throw yet again. Looking deep. And that pass is just no good. Thrown short right there. Intended for number 24. That is Hunter Burke. And he just could not hold on right there. Brings up 4th down and 10. It's 7-0. Raiders with a 7-point lead. 4th down and 10 is huge for the Raiders. Ball is spotted at the 34 in Nettleton territory as Paragould defends the south end zone. Deering and Lange in the backfield. 2 receivers on the left, tight ends on the line. They're going to pass the ball right here. They throw the underneath screen. He's got some yards. He's cutting up field. That's number 6. He got the first down. That's Austin Burden. And first down right there for the Rams on 4th and 10. Just what they needed. 4:33 remaining here in the first quarter after the first down conversion. Ball's going to be spotted about at the 20-yard line, and it's been a very action-packed first quarter. 2 4th down conversions, and we are in for a good game so far. 1st and 10 here after the 4th down conversion. Deering hands it off to Lanes. Lanes working up the middle, and he's brought down by a plethora of Raiders. Got about 2 right there, and very good job by Darius McHouston getting there first, holding him still so the rest of the Raiders can join a pile and push him down. Ball spotted at the 19, a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8, 3:50 remaining here in the first quarter. Clock is rolling. Paragould breaks the huddle. They got Deering and Lanes in the backfield. Number 2 split out. That's Zach Flowers on the left side. And they get the snap. Deering, quarterback draw, works up the middle, and he is wrapped up, brought down after about 3 yards right there. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Avery Deering tried the quarterback keeper and just could not get much on it.
Damon was able to wrap him up and bring him down.
Coleman did a good job getting him to the ball, holding on, and then the classic swing play, get him down. That's the most important part of tackling. If you hold on, somebody's going to get him down for you, and Damon Coleman can do both.
For sure.
It's a split back set. Deering has Langy and Burgess in the backfield with him. Deering, very tall young man, 6'4". He hands it off to Lanes. Lanes bounces through the hole, and I believe he's wrapped up. Yeah, he's wrapped up after about 4 yards. Excuse me, they're going to give him about three yards there. 4th down and 2. Another big 4th down opportunity for the Raiders with 2:40 remaining here in the first quarter.
They did a hurry-up play right there.
Deering gets the team set quick. Deering and Lanes in the backfield. Looking for a run here on 4th and 2, and it's going to be Deering himself. Deering finds the gap, and he gets the first. They're going to spot him down at the 6-yard line. 1st down and goal for the Rams. 2:27 remaining here in the first quarter as Paragould sneaking their way in the red zone, sneaking their way in the goal zone, and they're about 6 yards away from the end zone. 2:17 and counting here in the first, 7-0. Raiders with a 7-point margin over the Rams. Deering all by himself in the backfield. Likes to motion in Lanes and Burgess. And we got a flag on the play. Flag going to be against Paragould. It's going to be a false start. So that's going to back him up 5 yards right there. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 11-yard line. 11 yards to go. So 2:03 remaining here in the first, 7-0. Nettleton has some more breathing room from the goal line. This is what they need. Deering getting the play together to his guys in the huddle. He has Burden on the left side. Zach Flowers on the right. And has Lanes in his backfield. Burgess has a tight end on the right side. They shift both tight ends over. And Burgess tight end on the left. They hand it off to Lanes up the left side, trying to find a gap and doesn't find much except Kayshawn Washington. He'll get brought down after about a gain of 2. 3rd down and 11. Excuse me, 2nd down and 11 right there. False start happened on 1st and goal. 1:45 remains here in the first quarter, 7-0. Raiders with a 7-point lead over the Rams. Deering in the backfield has Lange by him. Very fun last name to say, Z.K. Lange. It's Deering gets the snap. Deering's going to keep it himself. Deering up the middle. Gets brought down after a gain of 5. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. Goal line to go. 1:20 remaining here in the first quarter. So ball spotted at the 4. Raiders lead 7-0. But Paragould's knocking on the door.
They are. This clock is ticking.
It's going to be a very quick-paced game as both teams like to run the football. And Nettleton runs it well with Jefferson and Harrell. Paragould runs it well with Deering and Flowers. Both teams very good on their feet. Deering in the shotgun. It's Lange on his right side, and looks like we're going to have another timeout, Paragould. We're going to take this one with them as well. 52.9 seconds remain here in the first. 7-0. Raiders with a 7-point lead over the Rams. We're going to take a 30-second break back here in 30 on the EAB Sports Network. Raider football here. 52.9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 here, and Raiders with a lead against the Rams. It's be third down and about. They're going to mark it at 5. It was a 4-yard carry for Deering. Lange in the backfield with Deering here. 2 tight ends. One of them is Burgess. The receivers split out on both sides. Zach Flowers and Burden. Deering gets the snap. He's going to run it outside. He's tripped up, and it's in the backfield. Number 7, that's Xavier Johnson. A big stop right there by that young man. Exactly what the Raiders needed. Some fourth down plays, and it's good momentum for the Raiders.
Very athletic tackle right there. Wrapped him up, brought him down.
Johnson did a great job right there. Very phenomenal play. Number 7, Xavier Johnson. Heck of a stud. It's a 4th down and 6, 25 seconds and ticking. This might be the last play of the first quarter. Deering keeps flipping Burgess on sides, so he's moving left to right to left. Now he's going to throw. It's a pass, and the pass is stopped. He's going to be short of the first down. Nettleton will get the turnover on downs right there. Raiders get off the field with 7.2 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0. Raiders with a 7-point lead, and they're going to say he got about to the 2-yard line before he was met by the Raiders, and the Raiders will take over at the 2.
Both teams getting back out on the field, ready to get this going.
Raiders look very good right now. The defense pulled it together in the last few plays of the drive. 2 big tackle for losses, and now turnover on downs.
Crucial stops that we needed.
It's a crucial stop. 7.2 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. This will probably be the last play of the first, and they're going to hand it off to Xavier Harrell. Harrell working up the middle, and they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. Clock will run out, and that's the end of the first quarter. 7-0. Raiders with a 7-point lead. When we come back, we'll have 2nd down and 10 for you back here in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network. Twelve minutes set on the clock. 12, and it's about to be the start of the second quarter. Raiders lead 7-0 after a touchdown pass from 36 yards out. Marcus Jefferson hit Jordan Orr in stride, and Jordan Orr caught it with his fingertips in the goal. So Raiders with the lead. The Drew Gossett extra point was good, and Nettleton just turned a big stop down, and it was a great play. They got the ball at the 2-yard line for 2nd down and 10 after the Xavier Harrell about rushed to the line of scrimmage. So it's a very fun game. Raiders taking care of business right now, and it's looking really good for the Raiders. 2nd down and 10 from the 2. They need about to get to the 12, maybe 13-yard line. They might have them marked at the 3. Scoreboard says 3. It looks like the 2 from my angle. Jefferson is in the shotgun. Jefferson hands it up the middle. They run counter to Harrell, and Harrell's brought down. They're going to say he goes down for a loss. They're going to mark him down at the 2-yard line. So it'd be 3rd down and 11 from the 2. Nettleton needs a big-time play right here to get out of the back of the end zone without tacking on a safety.
Danger zone, you could say.
It is a very dangerous zone. Nettleton calling their team to the sideline. They're going to take a timeout, but we are not. We're going to keep it right here. 11:28 remains here in the half. 7-0. I want to remind you to stick around for the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. Halftime is presented by the Kavanaugh Auto Group. You can check out Kavanaugh's complete and entire selection of new and pre-owned inventory at KavanaughCars.com. You can do that from anywhere, from your phone, your laptop. You can do it while you're sitting watching the game on Nettleton Raider Athletics on YouTube or listening on the EAB Sports Group app. Either way you do it, you can always go find the game and then look at Kavanaugh Auto Group's complete and entire selection. It's Jacob Linderman, Hunter Tolbert, and we are in our NEA Baptist broadcast position. NEA Baptist, that's healthcare for the next century.
We're having ourselves a very interesting game right now.
It's a very crucial play of the game for sure. 3rd down and 11 in the back of the end zone, so it's a
Very dangerous spot to be in. You got to throw it or run it. Got to get that first down right now and got to move the chains.
For sure, moving the chains is number one priority. If they can't move the chains, they at least need to get about 4 or 5 yards so they have enough room to punt.
For sure. You don't want to be in the back of the end zone punting.
That does make it really hard to do. The Ram fans are shaking their cowbells, and it's like a Mississippi State football game. Mississippi State's actually looking pretty good this year. Lions. Lions drop back to the pass. He's looking for Simmons, and he's picked off. Zach Flowers with it, and Flowers, he's toting it, gets about to the 10-yard line before he's brought down, and Javion Lyons will be intercepted right there. Paragould will take over at the 10-yard line, 1st and 10. 7-0 is the score. Raiders with a 7-point lead as Paragould trots out on their own 10-yard line, and 11:18 remaining here in the first quarter. They're going to say it's just short of the 10-yard line, so they're going to have about 10 yards here, first down and 10, and then a couple inches towards the goal. Paragould bringing on a power set. Everybody is lined up right behind the quarterback. This is a new formation for me, and they're going to go hide the small guy, and they hand it off to number 20. He gets about 2 yards right there. That is, number 20 is Marcool Atea. He stands about 5'6", so that's a very heads-up play by the Raiders, only allowing 2 yards right there. Hide the small guy. I haven't seen that since actually Arkansas State ran that once in the GoDaddy Bowl, and that's the last time I saw it. I was a very young guy. I thought that was the funniest thing in the world because the guy looked about my size on the screen. But now, watching it in person, that's really cool how they got that to run. Standing next to Deering is Ataya, and there's a massive height difference. They hand it off to Ataya. He's working up the middle, and he gets stopped about the 5. Makes it 3rd down and 5 with 5 to go. 10:24 remaining here in the half. 7-0. Raiders with a 7-point margin over Paragould right now. Ataya was the running back on that play. And now they're going to move in Burgess. Burgess kind of looks like they might try the direct snap or a power quarterback run, and it is Deering trucking forward, and he is brought down, and they're going to say he only got about 1 right there. Nettleton looking to put up another 4th down stop.
This defense is on fire tonight. They've got big stops back and back.
4th down and 4 after the power quarterback run by Deering. They're going to say about a gain of 1. 9:43 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0. Raiders with the lead. They bring back out Ataya, and Ataya standing next to Deering.
I feel like we were in this situation just a minute ago.
There's a good chance. They hand it off to Ataya. Ataya up the gut, and they're going to say he is stopped short of the goal line, and nothing will turn over on downs. Wait.
Wow.
Yeah, that was 4th down right there.
We're going to be back in the same situation we were just a second ago.
Nettleton will take over right here, turn over on downs, and
Huge defensive stop right there.
yes,
Wow.
great job by the Raiders. A goal line snuff out, just like last drive.
Props to them.
This defense is looking really good.
Led by Damon Coleman. Really gets the guys fired up on the field.
Damon Coleman, and he had an interview today where he said he carried the team on his back. I wasn't the interviewer. I think it was Hunter Tolbert here. Yeah. And then next thing you know, Xavier Harrell, the next interview, said he carries the team on his back. And here comes Xavier Harrell himself. He's getting outside, and he gets about to the – they're going to mark him down to the 7 or 8 yard line, and it's going to be about 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, that's very dangerous, because you're running out to the outside. I mean, if you get snuffed out, you're going to be in the end zone. That's going to be a safety.
Yeah, he's moving east to west to begin the play, and that's an interesting call in my opinion because you're in the goal line.
Yeah.
You're that short. You're in the shotgun already, so that puts you farther back in it, going east to west, but he got it. That's Xavier Harrell. He does the X-Men things, and this time Marcus Jefferson keeps it, and he's going to get about 2, maybe just enough yards there for a first. Could be a 3rd down. Yeah, they're going to move the chains right there. 1st down, Marcus Jefferson. He did muff the ball out. However, he fell right back on it, and Nettleton will have a 1st and 10 scenario, and they're out of the back of the end zone. They're at the 11-yard line.
We're looking a little bit better than we did before this. made it out of the end zone, feeling a little bit more comfortable. Hopefully we'll get comfortable and get this chains down the field.
8:20 remaining here in the second quarter. 7-0. Raiders with the lead. 2 receivers and a tight end split out left, and we're gonna have a flag on the play. And dead ball, false start. So that's gonna move the Raiders just a little bit more back. They're gonna be set up 1st down and 15 from the 16-yard line. So it's still a 1st down, and they're not in the back of the end zone completely. They're about Marcus Jefferson's feet right above the goal line, and Harrell's is in it. This time they go handoff to Harrell. Harrell working up the gut, and he gets about back to the original line of scrimmage. And it's going to be 2nd down and 15. Paragould's doing a good job plugging the holes from that Harrell's trying to run in. 7-0. 7:54 remaining here in the second quarter. It's Nettleton versus the Rams. It's been a fun one so far. We got to see a Marcus Jefferson to Jordan Orr touchdown. And Jefferson in the gun. Jefferson is going to run the RPO. It's a pass to Simmons. Simmons spinning, juking, jiving, and gets back up to about the... I think they're going to mark him down at the 17-yard line. That's good enough for 3rd down and 6.
Very elusive catch and run, being able to dodge and weave a Paragould player and get the extra yards right there.
Very good job. He looked like he was wrapped up. He had a nice little spin move, got out of there, and quick. They're going to say 3rd down and 4 on the PA. Looks like 3rd down and 5 in my eyes, and it's going to be a swing pass to number 10. That's Paul Sisk. Sisk juking and jiving, and he gets just enough for the 1st down and some. Marked down at the 31-yard line. There is a flag in the backfield, and usually that means holding. So flag in the backfield typically means holding. Could be a legal man downfield. I mean, it was a backwards pass, so I don't think that's the scenario. Holding on the offense. That's going to back him back up. Be 3rd down and 17 for the Raiders from the 7-yard line.
We just can't get out of the back of the end zone right there.
Raiders trying to make something out of nothing here. They've got a long way to go. And they get them a jump. There's 5 yards. They get 5 yards of that back. So 7:02 remaining here in the first quarter. Clock is stopped after the back-to-back penalties. 7-0. Raiders up by 7. Nettleton loves that freeze play. I've seen him use it a lot. They used it a lot when I was in school. I mean, even when I was on the team, Cameron Scarlett, he'd get out there, clap his hands, and scout team Jacob Linderman would jump off sides every time. Jefferson in the shotgun. Harrell on his left hip. 2 receivers out left. 2 tight ends on the right. They're going to bring Jordan Simmons in motion. We're going to have a timeout. Timeout on the play. Timeout Nettleton. That's Nettleton's 2nd timeout of the game. 6:49 remaining here in the half. 7-0. Raiders with the lead over the Rams. We're going to take a 30-second break. When we come back, we'll have more Raider football back here in 30 on the EAB Sports Network. Raider football here on the EAB Sports Network. 6-49. Raiders with a 7-0 lead over the Rams. 3rd down and about 8. Raiders trying to get out of a hole. They hand it off to Harrell. Harrell running up the sideline, tries the stiff arm, and he does not get enough for the first. They're going to give him about 4 yards. Be 4th down and 4 as Nettleton brings out the punting squad. They're going to say 4th down and 4. They got about 3 on that one. 6:25 remains here in the first and ticking. 7-0. Raiders with the lead. Don't see a deep punt man here. They might just let him punt now. Zach Flowers trots back about to the 45-yard line. Lions punting from the 5. The punt from Lions is high in the sky, and it's going to bounce a few times, picks up a Nettleton bounce, and it's going to be marked down at the 48.5. yard line. 5:56 remains after the punt, 7-0. The Raider defense is fired up. Back-to-back goal line stops, and this Nettleton team is looking really ecstatic on the defensive side of the ball. Corners on the field in case they want to pass again. Number 3, Desmond Copeland. Number 12, that young man is James Jackson. My apologies on the pregame show. I named the wrong starter. That is on me, Raider fans. Kylan Hendricks playing the over-the-top safety, and Torrance Spinks plays the underneath safety. The strong safety likes to blitz on the strong side. It's Deering in the backfield. Looks like he has Lange beside him, and he's going to pass. He's looking, throws it short to Zach Flowers. Flowers works up, and he has the sideline. He's going to be ran out of bounds. They're going to say he ran out after about 13 yards. 1st and 10 for the Rams right there. 5:48 remaining here in the half as he ran out of bounds, and it's going to be first down from the 35. Nettleton needs good stops here on defense. Nettleton secondary usually really good. Be expecting the pass more often. It's Deering in the backfield. They hand it off to Lange. Lange working up the gap and gets about 2 yards right there. 5:38 remaining here in the half. 7-0, and it's the 2nd down and about 7 after the 3-yard carry by Laneige. That's how the PA guy is pronouncing it. I am 100% certain he is right. It is the Paragould PA guy for a Paragould team. So I'm going to go with Laneige, which is also still fun to say. Deering in the backfield with 2 backs, Laneige and Burgess, and he's going to hand it off to Laneige. Burgess being the lead blocker. He has some room. He gets the first down right there. It's about 8. The 1st and 10 for the Rams at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10. 5:06 remains here in the half. 7-0. Raiders with a 7-point margin. Only score so far is a passing touchdown from the 36-yard line. It's number 18, Deering in the backfield. Laneige is joining him on the right hip. They're going to keep it with Deering. Deering running up the middle, puts his head down, working forward. They're going to say he gets about 5 yards. They might make it 6. They're going to make it 6 right there. 2nd down and 4. 4:35 remaining here in the first half. Nettleton trying to work the way down. Nettleton trying to get a good stop, working another good stop. 2 back-to-back goal line stops on the first 2 drives. It's Deering and Laneige in the backfield. Deering gets the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to pass, finds Zach Flower on the hitch route, and he's working up the sideline yet again. We got a flag on the play. Flag comes from the back judge. Could either be a face mask or a face mask on the other team. I saw a stiff arm come out, so we're going to get the look in from the man in the white hat, the main referee. Personal foul, face mask, defense. They're going to get Nettleton on it. It's number 12. That is James Jackson. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 4 as that flag becomes half the distance when you're that close. It's usually a 15-yard penalty like all other personal fouls. It's 1st and goal for the Rams at the 4-yard lines. It's Laneige and Burgess joining Deering in the backfield. Avery Deering, a tall young man, stands at 6'4", likes to run the ball, and they're going to hand it off to Laneige. Laneige up the field, and he goes in for the score. 4:03 remaining here in the half. 7-6 after Paragould scores on that drive. ZK Laneige, heck of a running back. And Nettleton Raiders defense tried hard on the stop. The penalty put him in a really good position. And for a 4-yard carry, ZK Laneige takes that one to the crib. Touchdown, Paragould. Deering getting ready to hold for the kicker. That looks like number 20, Marcus Atia. And we have a flag on the play. Looks like somebody probably jumped. Oh, they're going to see on the play offsides against the Raiders. That's going to be just enough for Paragould wanting to bring the offense back out on the field. So the Paragould offense will come on, and they're going to try to go for 2 here. Ball's on like the 1.5-yard line. They're going to go for 2. 4:04 remaining here in the half, 7-6, with the opportunity to be 7-8 if the Rams get this 2-point conversion. So half the distance of the goal. Ball is spotted about at the 3. That's where they kick the PAT from. It's Deering in the backfield. He's going to fake the handoff. They flip it to Zach Flowers. Flowers working up, and he is flipped and stopped short. Nettleton with the lead, 7-6. What a stop right there by the Raiders. I believe that was Desmond Copeland over there. He met him low and got him flipped over. 4:04 remaining here in the half, 7-6. Raiders up by 1. We're going to take a quick 30-second break before this kickoff. Back here in 30 on the EAB Sports Network. Nettleton Raider football here on the EAB Sports Network. 4:04 remaining here in the half. 7-6. Raiders with a 1-point lead over the Rams after the failed 2-point conversion where Zach Flowers just came up short after took a massive hit right there. So Raiders getting ready to receive the kickoff. They got Jordan Simmons back deep. And Ataya last time just kicked a short sky kick back to the second row. They stand about at the 35. So Ataya's kick this time. It's another short sky kick, and it's going to take a bounce, and Raiders are just going to have to fall on it. That's Jeremiah Jackson, who falls on it at the 41-yard line. And Raiders will take over 1st and 10 from the 41.
Got about 4 minutes to get this drive before the half, and got to make something happen.
Got about, as he said, 4 minutes till halftime, so stick around for a Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. Halftime is presented by the Kavanaugh Auto Group. You can check out Kavanaugh's entire selection of new and pre-owned inventory at KavanaughCars.com. The Raider offense comes out on the field, and they're led out this time by Javion Lyons, number 14. And he is joined with Xavier Harrell. They're switching out quarterbacks tonight. Lyons is going to roll out, find Simmons. Simmons going to tote it up the field for about 2 or 3 yards, be 2nd down and about 7. Lyons, heck of a thrower. We watched him throw a double pass last week. He's just a junior. Very fun player to watch. Also punts for this team. A lot of great Nettleton Raider punters were also the quarterback. Maddox Hampton, Cameron Scarlett, just some 2 off the top of my head. Lyons in the shotgun. He's going to drop back to pass again. Lyons looking deep, wants it deep, trying to connect with Jordan Simmons and just a touch overthrown. And be 3rd down and about 8 right there.
Very nice pass and just try to make the catch, but slipped out in the hand.
Had one hand on it, couldn't get the other hand around it. So 3rd down and 8. It's 3rd down and 8, 3:24 remaining here in the half. 7-6, Raiders with a 1-point lead. Lions dropping back to pass. He's rolling out left, finds Jordan Orr, and Orr stays on his feet. Actually, they're going to say he hit a knee before. They're going to say he hit a knee at the 50, trying to catch the ball. It's be 4th down and 1 after about a 8-yard carry. Nettleton, they're bringing out the big jumbo package. This is a very interesting set for the Raiders. There's no quarterback in the ball game. It's just Xavier Harrell and a bunch of big fellas. Harrell's getting the play in. He's joined actually out there by Damon Coleman, the linebacker. And let's see where this goes. It's going to be Harrell. Coleman's the lead blocker, and he has some space. He is spinning, gets it down to the 35-yard line, and that's good enough for another Nettleton Raider. 1st down, 2:41 remaining here in the half, 7-6. And Raiders with a 1-point score after the jumbo package came out and opened up the gap. Some might say massive gap for Xavier Harrell right there. They bring back out Lyons. Lyons and Harrell in the backfield. 2 receivers split out right. 1 receiver on the left. They botch the handoff. They throw it back to Jeremiah Jackson. Jackson cutting up the field.
making something
And
out of nothing right there. And
They sure do that, and he gets about 3 yards right there. That wasn't the play Coach Wilson drawn up, and you could tell that because Harold's talking to Lions right there. And but that's all right. I mean, they
they made the play happen.
They got some positive yards, and the Lions trotting back over towards behind the lineman. So it's about a 2-yard gain. 3rd down and 8. Excuse me, 2nd down and 8. 1:52 remaining here in the half and ticking. 7-6. Raiders up by 1. Lions and Harold in the backfield. Now they hand it off. It looks like they're going to Paul Sisk. Sisk is going to have to get upfield, and he gets about to the original line of scrimmage. We have a flag on the play. Flag's over here on the far sideline. It's going to be a holding call. I'm going to bump it back to about 2nd and 17. Raiders trying a different quarterback look right now. No, Lions was out there earlier, threw an interception. Then the defense took a big stop, and it's going to be holding. This is before the refs call it. Yeah, it's going to be holding right here. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So 2nd down and 17. 1:38 remaining here in the half. 7-6. Raiders up by 1. 2nd down in a country mile, to say the least.
We need to make something happen here before half.
Lions all alone in the backfield. 1:38 remains here in the half. Lions dropping back. He's looking to pass. He's stepping up. The throw has a wide open, streaking Jordan Simmons. Touchdown, and that's a touchdown Raiders. A 44-yard touchdown pass and catch by Jordan Simmons from Javion Lions, the junior, with a great play right there. Puts the points on the board. 13-6 with 1:29 remaining here in the half. What a great design right there by Clint Wilson, confusing the defense, bringing in multiple quarterbacks tonight, figuring out what's going to work best for conference play. And as early this is in conference play, there's still a lot of conference left. Play 7 conference games. This is the 3rd week, and Lions is on to hold for Drew Gossett.
I mean, what a play. What a pass, what a catch. That's Raider football right there.
7-point lead, and Gossett's PAT makes it 8. 14-6, Raiders with the lead. 1:29 remaining here in the half. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, we'll have the rest of the half. Back here in 30 on the EAB Sports Network. $1:29 remaining here in the half for Nettleton Raider football. 14-6. Nettleton with the lead over Paragould after the Javion Lion 44-yard touchdown pass to Jordan Simmons. And Nettleton using 2 different quarterbacks tonight. Marcus Jefferson threw the first one, and they brought Lion on for the second one. And it's a real interesting look. Nettleton used to do that with teams and confuse Curtis Smith back out there, and the kickoff goes to number 0, Isaiah Flowers, and Flowers cut out the field. Flowers has an opening, finally brought down at the 41-yard line in Paragould territory. So, heck of a run right there by Isaiah Flowers. He got about 20, maybe 25 yards on that return. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Rams. 1:20 remaining here in the half. 14-6 Raiders with an 8-point margin over the Rams. And so far, the defense has looked good, only allowing 1 touchdown in about 22 and 40 minutes of play. Deering dropping back to pass. It's a screen to Burden. Burden working up the field, and he is snuffed short about around the line of scrimmage. And Damon Coleman with the stop and then a kip up. They're going to say he got about 2 yards right there. 2nd down and 8 for the Rams. And what an elite kip up. I mean, I can never do one. And he's doing one in shoulder pads. He's showing me up out here. I mean, there's a reason I'm the play-by-play guy. I lost all my athleticism. I was a bowler. 14-6, Raiders with an 8-point lead. 45 seconds and ticking. Paragould's got to run the 2-minute drill here. They fake the handoff. They're looking to pass. The pass almost picked off, and they got a flag on the play.
Through the hands right there.
The flag on the play is going to be on number 5. Pass interference is on Torrance Spinks. Spinks, he wasn't intentionally. It looks like they tripped up on each other, and that's going to cause a PI because the referee's going to say that ball was catchable. Yeah, that's the call they made. Referee is a lot closer than us. I do kind of see his side of the call. Torrance Spinks and him did have a little collision, unintentional collision, because Torrance Spinks, a good heads-up player, wouldn't want to give up a first down like that. 38 seconds remaining here in the half. 14-6. Paragould's got to get the ball down the field for 25 yards to score before the end of the half. And Deering's going to try the pass yet again. Deering looking, rolling. He's going to run out of bounds for a loss. That's going to stop the clock. About 31.6 seconds remaining here in the half. And it's going to be a loss of about 3. 14-6. Raiders up by 8. Paragould trying to get points on the board so they can come out of halftime and then try to go score again. This Nettleton defense is adapting really quickly, and weren't expecting the pass probably play one, and it's been nothing but pass for the Rams so far. It's Deering in the backfield. He's got 2 backs split on both sides, 2 receivers split out on the line. Deering gets the snap. He's going to fake the handoff. He's looking, throwing. The pass is off the hands of number 24. That's Hunter Burden right there for the intended receiver. And it goes incomplete. 3rd down and long for the Rams. 26.5 seconds remaining here in the half. It's 14-6. Raiders with an 8-point lead. And Nettleton defense putting together a great stop so far. Showing great effort. Only one blunder, and that was the pass interference penalty. However, Raiders are improvising, adapting, and overcoming. 3 big tools for NTV. They hand it off to Lange, and Lange breaks a tackle, but not another one. Keyshawn Washington is the first man to see him, and the last man he wanted to see. Clock rolling at fourth down and about 16. 10 seconds and continuously ticking. And this is probably going to be the last play of half. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's the half here for the... I take that back. Paragould's going to call a timeout, and they're going to run one more. We're going to keep it right here, 14-6. Raiders with an 8-point lead. So this is going to be the last play of the half. Nettleton is going to have to put up a great stop here. It's 4th down and 16.
Wouldn't be surprised if they just throw it up.
That is the ideal call right here. Throw it up and hope he's down there somewhere. Be 1 second on the clock. 8-point lead for the Raiders. Make sure you stick around for our Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. Halftime is presented by the Kavanaugh Auto Group. You can check out their complete and entire selection of new and pre-owned inventory at CavanaughCars.com. The Rams trotting out on the field. Good school of Paragould High School. And, of course, the beautiful alma mater of Nettleton Raiders. The Nettleton Raiders wearing their away whites, gold pants, gold helmets, and a sweet look nonetheless. Deering in the shotgun. They got 4th and 16, 1 second on the clock, so they here or nothing to score. They're going to flip it back to Zach Flowers. Zach Flowers, double pass. He's looking, and it's picked going out of bounds. And Keelan Hendricks wants him to credit him on the pick. He's asking the referee, does that count? Does that count?
I mean, I believe he had a foot down and he caught the ball.
It's really hard to tell. It doesn't matter. We're going into halftime. And what an insane job right there. Keelan Hendricks, I think they're giving him the credit for the pick. 14-6, Raiders up by 8 going into half. Paragould will get ball back at halftime, but I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a 4-minute break. When we come back, we're going to have one of my favorite shows, the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. It's brought to you by Kavanaugh Auto Group. You can check out their complete and entire selection of new and pre-owned inventory at CavanaughCars.com. Back here in 4 on the EAB Sports Network. Welcome into our Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. It's Jacob Linderman, Happy Hands Hunter here, and we are enjoying this game so far. 14-6, Raiders with an 8-point lead. Let's break down some scoring so far. In the first quarter, Nettleton struck quick. It was about 9:42 remaining on the clock. A Jordan Orr touchdown catch by Marcus Jefferson from 36 yards out. Nettleton took the lead 7-0. Then in the second quarter, 4:04 remaining, a ZK Lange, or my apologies, I'm going to keep botching that name. 4-yard touchdown run made it 7-6, and a botched 2-point conversion on a reverse play. And he got, I think the correct terminology here, he was folded by the defense. He tried to hurdle over defender, and he got clipped at the knees, and he flipped over. So he pretty big hit laid right there on Flowers, but he got up and he's still playing. So shout out to that young man. He's pretty tough. And then in the second quarter, 1:29 remaining in the half, it was a 44-yard touchdown pass from Javion Lyons to Jordan Simmons. So both the Jordans have touchdowns, Orr and Simmons. And the only other J name on the offensive side of the ball, playing receiver, is Jeremiah Jackson. So I bet the Raiders try to get one going his way. To get everybody involved tonight. Xavier Harrell, the running back, probably get some touchdowns too. Kalmari Harrell, everybody runs the ball well here.
Yeah.
Javion Lyons got I believe his first touchdown at the high school level, and at least the first touchdown of 5A East Conference play. Javion does an outstanding job for this team. Yeah, great punter, puts the ball deep in the opponent's territory when he gets the chance, and it's a very fun kid to watch. You're joining us for our Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. Halftime is presented by the Kavanaugh Auto Group. You can check out Kavanaugh's entire selection of new and pre-owned inventory at KavanaughCars.com. Score on the scoreboard for the Raiders and Rams is 14-6. We are here for the Paragould homecoming game. They're doing all their activities for the dance, and the cheer team just went, and now the what do they call it? The Paragould Pride. Their award-winning band. I believe they won state 8 years in a row at one point.
Wow.
And it's a phenomenal band. They had a great band director for a long time, and they always do a great job. So we are here breaking down the game right here at halftime. Hunter, tell me some of the things you're seeing out there, how the Raiders are playing offense. I know it's a different look. It's been an air attack tonight. Both scores came through the air. Tell me what you're seeing.
You know, that opening touchdown that we had was wonderful. I mean, I was not expecting that. You know, it was a 36-yard pass, and, you know, he caught that ball. Jordan Orr caught the ball with the fingertips. I mean, that was almost slipped out of his hands. That was amazing play right there. And that really got us going. The momentum was on our side going in. We also had 2 defensive stops. That was huge leading into the next play. Our drive with Jordan Simmons, a 44-yard catch. I mean, both are just great throws, and, you know, I'm hoping that we lead into the second half with some more outstanding plays just like those.
Paragould will get the ball at the start of the second half, start of the third quarter. We are in our Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. Halftime is presented by the Kavanaugh Auto Group. Check out Kavanaugh's entire selection of new and pre-owned inventory at KavanaughCars.com. This is great football weather. I mean,
It is.
It's not hot. It's not freezing cold. It has that nice chill.
The perfect temperature.
It's a good day to be under the Friday night lights. I mean, granted, neither of us are playing. Probably don't have any athletic ability left in us. I mean, you play soccer right now. The Nettleton soccer team, how are they going to look this year?
You know, we have tryouts coming up next week. You know, we're looking good. You know, I always have a great time out on the field. You know, I just have fun. I'm a goalkeeper. You know, I'm out there just having fun. You know what I mean? It's high school soccer, out there making memories with my friends, and I'm hoping that my senior year goes great.
I know last year you did probably one of the greatest sports Nettleton offers, and that's bowling. Tell me a little about your experience on the lanes, and are you going to return this year?
So we're actually actively having tryouts right now. I've been hustling out there. You know, we made state last year for bowling. It was outstanding. You know, we had Tyler Brady, Josh Wright, Trevor Brady, some key players that we had, and you know, we didn't. I think we didn't like make nationals or anything, but we went to state, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. You know, we made state. We're not gonna like show how we did at state. You know, that was a little rough, but it was a fun time.
I remember I used to be on the bowling team. In high school, my senior year, I was probably bowling about a 185, 190 average. I was pretty solid on the lanes. We won a state championship my junior year under the supervision of the great late Miss Timmerman, a outstanding coach. won 4 state championships, and one of the sweetest ladies I've ever met. She's always friendly, and I'm sure you could say I was proud to be a Raider when Miss T was in the building.
For sure. Yeah, the Baker tournament is actually named after Miss T.
That is a very special thing. Shout
For
out
sure.
to, I believe Hijinks puts that on. Shout out to Kelly Stevens and the great people at Hijinks, Game Night Reinvented. I know we're not sponsored by them, but Miss T, Nettleton legend, definitely has her spot on a Nettleton Mount Rushmore. And I don't care who builds it, Miss T's always on it.
100%.
Being very, very proud Raider. was
Getting
Miss
emotional.
Timmerman.
Getting emotional up here.
It's in the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. A halftime is presented by the Kavanaugh Auto Group. You can check out Kavanaugh's entire selection of new and improved inventory at KavanaughCars.com. Raiders with the lead. We're in the halftime show, 14-6. Raiders up by 8 over the Paragould Rams. Paragould will get the ball coming out of the half. And tell me a little about the NTV projects that are coming out next. I mean, you're not in the class per se, but you're in the broadcasting version. So tell me a little about what's going on.
You know, I kind of see it all, but right now they're working on the scary shorts. I've heard those been going great recently. They're actually new thing here in the NTV. They're being able to rent equipment to take out and being able to make your videos outside of school as well.
That is a new thing. Used to be only the lab class had the privilege to film off campus.
Yep.
Now, I mean, things are changing.
They
and
are.
Sometimes you got to expect time to change. And as Craig Miller said, his mama always said, it bees that way sometimes. Time will change. I mean, you get old, you grow old, and that's just part of it. 14-6 is the score. I'm excited for some more football. How about you, Hunter?
Hey, I'm excited. We got an amazing band out here playing right now, and it's great to be here tonight.
Tell you what we're going to do. Let's take another 4-minute break. When we come back, we're going to finish out the rest of the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. Halftime is presented by the Kavanaugh Auto Group. You check out Kavanaugh's complete and entire selection at KavanaughCars.com. Back here in 4 on the EAB Sports Network. Raider football here on the EAB Sports Network. 4:55 remains here, about in the halftime period for the performance side. The teams usually come out about near the end. They change the clock back to about 3 minutes, and they start re-warming up. Just talk a little bit more about the game we're watching so far. The Nettleton Raiders have been a very, very run-heavy team for every game. The first, we were 5 games in the season, game 6 on the year. Nettleton stands 3-2. Paragould 3-2 as well. Both teams, one's undefeated in conference, the other is all defeated in conference. So the Raiders are standing at 2-0 in conference. They've ran the ball. They've been a run-heavy team. Last week, it was Xavier Harrell running for 3 touchdowns and also 111 yards. This week, it's 2 passing touchdowns from 2 different quarterbacks. It's Marcus Jefferson with the first one, Javion Lyons with the second, kind of switching out looks, putting the Paragould team on their heels. Marcus Jefferson, more of a scrambler. He likes to get out of the pocket, escape a little bit, run the ball. He runs the ball well. Javion Lyons, he likes the air attack. He likes to look downfield, find the farthest down the field guy, and chuck it. Just let the man have it. And we saw that on a 44-yard dot to Jordan Simmons for a touchdown. The Raiders are on a roll like a cinnamon bun, some may say. It's been a very fun game. 14-6 is the score. 3:25 remaining here in the half. You're joining us for our Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. Halftime is presented by the Kavanaugh Auto Group. You can check out Kavanaugh's entire selection of new and pre-owned inventory of cars at KavanaughCars.com. It's right now the pride of the Paragould High School, which is their band, is playing on the field. A very good band.
They're looking good out there.
A lot of signs up. They have a big bell. I believe it's the Liberty Bell. Has a big crack down the side, and a lot of American flags on the little poster board thing. So that's what we're going with. And a outstanding job. They just finished up, and phenomenal job for the Paragould Pride. Raiders going to be on defense first, and this game has been won by the defense so far. The defense is a winning side of the ball. Now, the defense isn't scoring, but they're putting stops out there, and those are the stops you need. A couple 4-and-outs in crunch time. Paragould had the ball in the goal zone, the first and goal area, and Nettleton stuffs them out twice. That's huge.
It is.
You can't ask for better play from the Nettleton Raiders. And then, as they were driving down the field on their last drive, running the 1-minute drill, about a minute and a half drill, actually, the last play was picked off. I think they're going to give number 4, Kylan Hendricks, credit on the interception just because he got it out there just in time, and they're going to say he touched the toe, gave it a little toe tap on the sideline. So Nettleton has been a very good defensive team this year. They've made a lot of adjustments on the fly, and they're about to come out of half, and they've been a really good second half team.
Yeah.
The last time they were in a scoring like this close was around the time they played Batesville, and they didn't let up a single point in the second half to Batesville. Brooklyn did a very good job running the ball with Gabe Carter. However, they didn't score again until the fourth quarter. So it was a very interesting set of plays. This defense adjusts well on the fly and gets good stops. And we are in the warm-up period. So let's take one final break. Let's do a 90-second break. When we come back, we're going to finish out the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. Back here in 90 on the EAB Sports Network. Raider football here on the EAB Sports Group apps and Nettleton Raider Athletics on YouTube, 101.3 Bob FM. You're joining us for the last few seconds of our Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. Halftime is presented by the Kavanaugh Auto Group. You can check out Kavanaugh's complete and entire selection at KavanaughCars.com. We're glad you're joining us. It's Jacob Linderman and Hunter Tolbert on the call. We're joined with the NTV crew as always, and Mr. Gavin Grubbs back in the studio. So we're always having a fun time. Paragould playing Take Me Through There. And they're putting the wham in the circle right now. The Nettleton sideline. I see a couple dancing. We're having a lot of fun. It's always a good time when these two teams square off. Good old 5A East matchup. I mean, that's where you want to be at. The 5A East is always a fun, always an athletic, always a great conference to play in.
For sure.
No matter what the sport is. I really like watching 5A East basketball personally. I mean, you get powerhouses like Nettleton, Nettleton, Marion, Valley View, West Memphis, usually the main four forerunners, but you can't sleep on the other team. Paragould's always good. Greene County Tech's always good. Batesville, they're always good. With the other one is, I can't think of the other one off the top of my head. Maybe it's just a 7-team conference. That seems right because we do have a bye week.
Yeah.
So we'll just say that for now. 6-14, Raiders with an 8-point lead over the Rams, and we're getting ready for some second half action. Be Paragould ball first. There's some sort of horn honking out here.
Throwing me off.
I don't know if it's a big truck or if it's somewhere over there on the band side. I mean, I'm lost.
65 degrees. I mean, this weather.
It's beautiful outside. It's a great time to play under the Friday night lights. I'm a big fan of Friday night lights and the football Friday nights on the KIT network afterwards. Love watching recaps. 12 minutes set on the clock. Both teams out on the field. Paragould is set to receive the kickoff from Drew Gossett. Gossett's last one was kicked short and was returned by Flowers, and Gossett, he's going to kick this one a lot deeper. It goes about to the 20-yard line. It's Zach Flowers. Zach Flowers tripped up, gets the 33-yard line. That's where Paragould will take over, 1st and 10. 14-6, Raiders and the Rams having a good old 5A East barn burner. 11:56 remains here in the third quarter as the Paragould offense gets set to take on the field. It's going to be Deering at quarterback. Lange as the running back. He's number 4. 2 receivers going to split out wide. Burgess is the kind of a wing back. He lines up in the sniffer positions but turns toward kind of like the backfield. He's at like a 45-degree angle. They're going to move Lange out, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper with Deering. Deering running up the middle. He's going to get about 2, maybe 3 yards after the pile stops. Be second down and about 7. Let's call it 7. And the Raiders with a really good push back right there.
For sure. Defense was ready for that one.
There was a flag on the play, and we're going to back this thing up. It's a false start dead ball penalty, so play will not count, and it brings up 1st down and 15. Good break for the Raiders right there. Paragould will get to repeat the down. 1st and 15, 11:27 remaining here in the third quarter. 14-6, Raiders with an 8-point margin over the Rams here. Paragould enjoying their homecoming. A lot of good festivities out here tonight. It's always fun. I believe they will have a homecoming dance afterwards. So
it's a good night to do it.
Nettleton, I believe next week is their homecoming.
It is.
And they have a homecoming bonfire. Something new.
It's going to be a Monday, 6 to 8.
The snap goes to Deering. He hands it off to Lange, and he gets about 3 yards on the carry. We bring up 2nd down and 12. That's Z.K. Lange. That's it. Damon Coleman. He'll get the stop right there. And big number 24, he wreaks havoc in the backfield and is a one bad mama jama to be beat by a running back. 11 minutes remaining here in the third. 14-6. Raiders up by 8. Raiders shifting up the walk-up backer. He moves with the motion. Deering looking to pass. He's having to escape the pocket, and he's sacked right there. It's a huge stop. number 18, Darius McCuston, first one to meet him, and then Keyshawn Washington helped finish the job. It's going to be a loss of about 2, maybe 3 yards. Brings up 3rd and 14. 14-6, Raiders with an 8-point lead and a big 3rd down opportunity. It's 3rd down and about 15 yards. This is where the Raiders need to be at. Paragould probably going to pass here. Deering doesn't mind a pass, but after the last play, he's a little rattled. I mean, he just got sacked. The first sack of the game for either team. So it's a huge stop by the Raiders. Deering getting ready for the snap. 2 receivers on the left side. He's going to pass the ball. He has Darius McCuston in pursuit, and it's McCuston yet again. Darius McCuston, he is elite. He made the stop. I mean, Deering was trying to scramble out, and McCuston said, "No way, Jose," and brings him down. How are you doing, Mrs. Wiley? That's a little reference from a good show, the Andy Griffith Show, and it's always fun. 9:40 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. You got 2 receivers. That's Orr and Simmons back deep to receive, and they're kind of running like a safe punt option. And the punt is up, and it's going to take a bounce, and it's going to take a Raider bounce, and it's muffed up about at the 44-yard line by the Paragould gunman. And that's where it's going to be marked down at. 9:25 on the clock as Nettleton will take over 1st and 10. Now let's see what quarterback option they're bringing out this time. Well, I'm looking for the quarterback, and there he is. Number 15, Marcus Jefferson, trotting onto the field. So yet again, another quarterback switch. It's kind of looking like every other drive that they'll bring out a different quarterback, which brings out a different look for the Paragould defense.
A little bit confusion for them.
With Jefferson in the backfield, they like to run the ball, and there it is. Xavier Harrell up the gut, and he has some space. He gets the first down and some as he flips the side of the field.
About a 12-yard carry right there.
I'm going to say about 12 yards, maybe 13, and 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
How about them Raiders? What a run from Xavier Harrell.
Harrell is a great running back, 5A All-State last season as a junior. This is a senior year. He's wearing the number 9, which is a coveted tradition here. They give it to Harrell again on a counter, and Harrell, another 12-yard carry. It's a first down.
How about that? Back to back.
They're going to stop the clock at 9:02 while they move the chains. 14-6, Raiders up by 8. Clock will stop once ball is set, and here the clock rolls. Jefferson and Harrell in the backfield. Kind of looks like they're in a jagged pistol formation. Harrell finding the gap, and he is stripped. Who has the ball? I'm looking for it. The ball was stripped from Harrell, but I think a Raider had it because the blockers were moving forward. I saw the blockers go, and I guess
Raider ball, I guess.
It's a Raider ball and a first down.
How about that?
That could have been a double handoff for all we know. Xavier Harrell could have knew what he's doing. It might not have been a fumble, so we're not going to credit with the fumble in my mind.
That's what we're going to go with.
The double handoff play.
Trick play right there.
Coach Wilson knew what he drew up. 8:20 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 14-6. It's Raiders with an 8-point lead. They're bringing Tyler Cole back in motion. He's set up on the sniffer as the left side, and it's going to be Jefferson. Jefferson keeper. Jefferson finding space, and he gets. See if they mark him for another first down. That'd be the. Let's see what the marking is. He's marked down at the 11. That's where the stick is. They're going to say he's just inches short of the first. So 2nd down and 9. It would have been the 4th first down of the drive. Actually, I take that back. They're going to move him. Move the sticks.
Wow.
And first down. 4th first down of the drive. And it's been a 4-play drive. 7:48 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Clock is rolling because everything's been on the ground so far. 14-6, Raiders up by 8. Jefferson and Harrell in the backfield. They kind of load up the right side of the scrimmage, and they're going to hand it off to Harrell. Harrell bouncing up the middle. Harrell end zone, and he jumps and leaps with joy. Touchdown, Nettleton. 20-6, Raiders go up by 14. About an 11-yard touchdown run for Harrell with 7:32 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. As Nettleton brings on the PAT crew led by Drew Gossett and Javion Lyons. They're running the old swinging gate. They have 3 receivers out right and all the linemen on the left. They're shifting everybody in, and Lyons getting ready to hold as Gossett gets his kicking steps down. The play clock is rolling. Raiders getting ready. They get set. The snap, the hold. It's up, and it's good, but there is a penalty marker on the play. I believe they're going to call offsides here against the Paragould defense. I'm seeing what the indication is. Offsides, defense, and let's see if the Rams will. See if the Raiders will go for 2 here. I believe they're calling to run it again. Looks like the Raiders are. Yeah, they're bringing out the offensive set right here. Offense is going for 2 now.
I do want to say in the Brooklyn game, we won with a 2-point conversion. Very great play. And what a win.
That is true. They lined it up from the normal spot. It wasn't half the distance of the goal. So now Nettleton has it a lot shorter, and it's Harrell and Coleman in the backfield. And this is a deadly duo, both big jack dudes, and they run right up the middle. The 2-point is good, and Harrell will score. 22-6, Raiders up by 16, 7:32 remaining here in the third quarter, and we're going to take a 30-second break. When we come back, we'll have more Raider football back here in 30 on the EAB Sports Network. Raider football here on the EAB Sports Network. 22-6, Raiders with a 16-point lead over the Paragould Rams at Paragould. 7:32 remaining here in the third quarter. This would carry on the Nettleton winning streak since 2010. The kick goes to Zach Flowers. Flowers bouncing up the sideline, has some space, but gets ran out of bounds at the 37-yard line. That's where Paragould would take over, 1st and 10. 7:26 here in the third. 22-6, Raiders up by 16. They're going to mark him. They're going to mark him at the 38. So ball needs to get to the 48. Nettleton had a great stop last drive when Paragould tried the old passing attack. Last game, they had a really good passing attack. Their quarterback, Deering, threw for 152 yards. So
Very impressive.
They do have the capacity to throw the ball. Looks like they are set to run here. They load up the left side of the line. Probably going to run outside motion. They bring Zach Flowers in motion, and they're going to give it up the left side to Lange. And it's going to be 2nd down and 9. 7:15 remaining in the third quarter, 22-6. Raiders up by 16. And 2nd down and 9 with 9 to go for the Rams. Deering is the quarterback. He's getting the play out in the huddle. They got 2 receivers in Burden and Flowers out on this left side. Lange and Burgess in the backfield. Burgess kind of plays the fullback, and Lange is the main running back. Deering getting set to receive the snap. He gets it, and he's going to keep it himself, rolling out left side, and he is brought down after a gain about 2.
We do have a flag in the backfield.
Makes it 3rd down and about 6. Let's see what this backfield flag is going to be. Flag came from the back judge, and it's a holding on the offense. Raiders are going to do a SEP. It's going to be a repeat of 2nd down. Be 2nd down and 19. And this is a good spot for the Raider defense to be. It gives them a great cushion from the sticks. They get to play their style of defense. Stop the run, bring pressure on the quarterback. We got to see a couple good sacks by Darius McCuston on the last drive from the Rams. So let's see what they do here. Deering, he's going to pass, and he is rolling, scrambling out right, and has to throw that one out of bounds. And Darius McCuston was there, and he kind of eyed down Deering.
Yeah, he takes a shot right there, and a little slow to get up right there, but hoping he's okay.
McCuston got there before the ball was released. It was in motion to tackle, and it was thrown about at the same time. So good job by Deering on a heads-up play to avoid the sack and avoid another loss. It's been a great job there by McCuston, finding and wreaking havoc on a pass play. Deering walking very gingerly and kind of slowly back to the backfield. He's getting ready for the play. 3rd down and at 19. Raiders getting ready for the pass here, and they're going to jump off sides. A nose guard right there will make the hop. It's just going to be 3rd down and 15 after the penalty, so it's not too much to worry about for the Raiders. They still have plenty of room. If they get a 16-yard play, then Coach Hampton probably would be a little upset, but that's a little different scenario. 6:25 remaining in the third quarter, 22-6. Raiders up by 16, and it's Paragould on offense. Deering all alone in the backfield. 2 tight ends at the line, 3 receivers split out left. He fakes the snap, try to get him to jump again. The Raiders defense did not bite this time. Deering gonna get it. He's dropping back to pass. He's looking, fires a shot for Flowers, and it's incomplete.
Just a little low right there.
And it kind of bounced off the ground. If it was a bounce pass, that'd have been a great pass, but just looked a little short. 6:03 remaining in the third quarter, 22-6. Raiders up by 16. And here comes the Raider punting crew yet again. They're going to bring back their punt returners. Number 1, Jordan Simmons. They're going to keep number 4, Kylan Hendricks, back out there as well. Deering looks to be the punter. And Hendricks and Simmons getting ready to try to take a house call here maybe if the punt allows it. The punt from Deering goes, and it goes out of bounds. Punt will be spotted at the 43-yard line. That's where Raiders will take over 1st and 10 right here. 5:57 remaining here in the third quarter. 22-6, Raiders with a 16-point lead as they get the offense back on the field. They bring it back out Javion Lyons. So my guess is that they're doing alternating quarterbacks. I know we talked about this on the last drive. Nettleton was on offense. This might mean we're going to see a little bit of a pass attack because Lyons is known to throw the ball. Every time I've seen him in the game, he likes to throw, doesn't mind handing it off to Harrell, but wants to try to make an impact here for the Raiders. And he's going to hand it off to Harrell. Harrell has the outside. Harrell has a gap. Harrell, he's going to go 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, end zone, 1 play, 1 score, touchdown Raiders. He's from about 43 yards in Nettleton territory, so that's a 57-yard touchdown run, and a huge one at that. Holy cow, what a play. Xavier Hale right there, 1 play, 1 score, 5:45 remains in the third quarter, 28-6. Nettleton with a good-sized lead. That's 22 points, and they're going on to attempt the point after touchdown with Drew Gossett.
How about that?
Xavier Hale only needed once, and he's on the board yet again here for the Raiders. Lions gets the snap. The hold is good. The kick has the height, has the distance. It is good. 29-6. Raiders up by 23. 5:45 remaining in the third quarter. We're going to take a 30-second break. When we come back, we'll have the kickoff after the touchdown. Back in 30 on the EAB Sports Network. Raider football here on the EAB Sports Network. Nettleton coming off a massive Xavier Harrell score, a 57-yard touchdown, 5:45 remaining in the third quarter, 29-6. Raiders up by 23, and Drew Gossett set to kick this thing off to give Paragould the ball back. Nettleton defense is looking really good right now, and they didn't get much of a breather because Xavier Harrell said, I want to go score. I want to go score right now. It's kind of a squib kick, and that one is going to roll and roll and roll out of bounds, free kick out of bounds on the Raiders. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from what I believe will be the 30 or 35-yard line for the Rams.
Wow, what a touchdown.
Very magnificent play.
57-yard run from Xavier Harrell.
I saw the gap open up from up here. I was like, he might have a chance. And then nobody was catching him. He's quick. I mean,
he got through there.
He's not a very tall fella, but those legs move, and he has good-sized quads. He's a stout young man, and he probably got a really good 40 time. I don't know it off the top of my head. I mean, I'd say, I don't know, probably a 4.5, 4.6, that area. That's really good for high school.
100%.
1st and 10 here for the Rams at the 35-yard line. Paragould is missing an offensive lineman, and they're going to call a quick timeout. We're going to keep it right here. 5:45 remaining in the third quarter, 29-6. And the Raiders have Uncle Mo on their side. That's Uncle Momentum for those watching at home and were unaware. 29-6 is the score, 23-point lead. And Xavier Harrell has both touchdowns here in the second half. It's an 11-yard touchdown and a 57-yard touchdown. Those combined for about 68 total yards of touchdowns. And the Raiders are looking really dangerous in this second half. It's been a fun one to watch. Raiders play very hard football. They like to run the ball. And in the first half, they didn't run it a whole lot. And we're going to talk a little bit about next week's schedule. Next week, they're back at home. And some may say, I'm coming home again. The Kanye West song, Homecoming, because it's homecoming.
It's against Greene County Tech.
It's going to be a fun one, and that's always a fun game. Paragould's back on the field. They shift a couple guys over. Looks like they might be running the ball here. They get the snap, and they're running up the middle. It's about 3 yards. Could not see that young man. Looks like they brought when new quarterback in. Looks to be number 9. Yes, number 9 in at QB right now. Get that young man's name. That's Ian Estrada. Normally plays running back or defensive back. They're going something different right now. Also into the game, number 11. That's Josh Ward. He's a fullback and linebacker. So they bringing in some different guys. They're going to hand it off to Atia, and Atia gets nowhere. Ataya. Number 20, Markul Atia, gets about no gain on the play. 3rd down and 7. The Paragould switching up offensive looks. They bring out Zach Flowers, Isaiah Flowers as receivers. Number 9, Ian Estrada at quarterback with number 4, ZK Lange in the backfield with them. 3rd down and 7. They're going to look to pass here. And no, they're going to keep it with number 9, Ian Estrada. And Estrada will come up short of the sticks. Only gains about 2 yards there. Be 4th down and 4. Maybe 4th down and 5. They're going to give them the extra yard. They're going to get 3 yards, 4th and 4, and they're going to bring back out Deering to punt this one back to the Raiders. 4th and 20, 4:20 remaining here in the third, 4th and 4, and Simmons goes back deep to receive. So Deering, Kylan Hendricks, the PA guy said Simmons, and I was looking at Deering's punting it away, and Deering has a good punt right there, except it takes a uncool bounce for him, but now it goes back. Holy cow.
Juking me out up here.
Yeah, the punts bounce at the 31, bounces back to the, it bounced at the 29, bounces back to the 33, and then back down at the 29 where the Raiders will take over. 3:54 remains here in the third quarter, 29-6, a 23-point lead. And Raiders going to bring back out Marcus Jefferson in this offense.
Double touchdowns for Xavier Harrell in this third quarter.
He's proven it doesn't matter what quarterback's on the field, because Jefferson was the quarterback on the first drive. Lyons was the quarterback on the second drive. Now we're back with Jefferson. Harrell can score the ball.
For sure.
2 receivers and tight end split out right, and they shift the on-the-ball tight end over to the left side. And Jefferson gets the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to run it himself. He gets tripped up. He gets about 2 or 3 yards right there. Going to make a 2nd down and 8. 3:44 and ticking remains here in the third quarter. Nettleton running the ball, controlling the clock. They do a good job at keeping the ball on the ground. Not very many passing plays from the Raiders typically. Jefferson going to hand it off to Harrell. Harrell working up the right side, and he gets about, let's call that 4 yards right there. And it's going to be 3rd down and 4 about 3 to go. Check that, make it 3rd down and 2 to go. The referees keep moving their spot. I'm looking at the one close to the sticks. That's a sideline far from me. And it's been a fun game. They hand it off to Harrell. Harrell bounces right. Harrell working upfield. He's met by a man, but gets the 1st down. There is a flag in the backfield. They're going to call a holding play, so they're going to back it back to about 3rd down and 12. So it's one of those penalties that you don't like to see for the Raiders. Now they're in a tricky spot.
You know, we've had a couple of these holding calls this game. It's one thing to take to the locker room. Something we can improve on going into our match next week.
Sure is. Next week is Greene County Tech. Tech is also having a rough season so far. 1-4, 1-1 in conference. Paragould is 3-2, 0-2 in conference. Green County takes on Brooklyn tonight, 1-4 versus 0-5. But both are very good teams. They run the screen pass out to Jordan Simmons. Simmons cutting up field. Simmons jukes a man. Simmons, he gets the first down. Simmons has more. He runs out of bounds finally at the 42-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 44. It looked like my eyes used the 42, but I see things through some black and gold glasses. But it's still a first down nonetheless, and a huge gain right there by the Raiders.
Juking and driving right there. What a play.
He did juke and jive very well. 2:46 remains here in the third as he did go out of bounds. 29-6. Raiders up by 23. Jefferson hands it off to Harrell. Harrell's been liking the looks he's got on this right side. Goes right back to it, and he gets about 6 right there. Second down and 4. 29-6. Raiders up by 23. 2:30 remaining here in the third quarter. The score at Brooklyn and Tech. Brooklyn leads 17-7, so they're up by 10. If anybody was wondering about that one, Brooklyn in the third quarter as well. Jefferson and Harrell in the shotgun. They got 2 tight ends and both receivers out on the right side. They're going to fake the handoff, keep it with Jefferson. Jefferson bouncing through holes, finally brought down. They're going to see if they give him the first. He's right there at the lead stick. So let's see what the referee indicates. And he says, move him. Move the chains and get it set for 1st and 10. I say he got about 4.5 yards right there. Makes it 1st and 10, just what the Raiders need. Good momentum leading the Raiders' way. 2 tight ends and 2 receivers out on the right. It's Jefferson and Harrell in the backfield. He gets the snap. He's going to hand it off to Harrell. Harrell working up the left side. Harrell has a little bit of a gap. He's still on his feet. What a play right there. It's about a 16-yard carry right there, and finally brought down by Isaiah Flowers. But it's a great run play. He was hit about 6 yards after the line of scrimmage, and he gets 16 out of it.
Yeah, very impressive. You know, Paragould can get a hold on him, and he's going to find a way to get the extra yards, and he sure did right there.
He spins, he jukes, he jives, and he gets down as many yards as he can. It's Jefferson by himself. It's a touch pass to number 1, Simmons. Simmons working up the left side. Simmons slung down, but he gets about 3 yards on that carry. Actually, it looks like they're going to mark him right around the line of scrimmage. So, yeah, about 2nd down and 9. Referee on the far sideline from me, that's where he had him at, and that's the sideline Simmons ran. 53 seconds and ticking here in the third quarter. It's Jefferson and Harrell in the backfield. They're a very dynamic duo. Both like to run the ball, and they run it well. They're going to hand it to Harrell this time. Harrell up the gut.
Hurdled a man.
And I don't think he hurdled anybody, Hunter.
Oh, must be seeing things.
I don't know what's going on in your eyes. I mean, he went right up the gut and just lowered his shoulder. 3rd down and 6. And about a 4-yard carry right there. 29-6. Raiders up by 23. 20 seconds and ticking here in the third quarter. This might be the last. Nettleton looking maybe to run the last play. Shot clock and game clock separation by about a couple seconds.
We're just going to take it to the quarter.
Looks like Nettleton is going to take it to the quarter. Referees will switch sides of the field. We'll have 3rd down on the other side. That's the end of the third quarter. 29-6 is the score. 23-point lead for the Raiders. We're going to take a 30-second break. When we come back, we're going to have the fourth quarter. Back here in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network. Raider football here at Paragould Stadium. 29-6. Raiders up by 23, and it's been a great game for some Raider football. The second half has been all Raiders, and this is something we talked about in our Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show, how the Raiders are a second-half team. They always outperform in the second half, just like how they did to Batesville. Batesville did not score in the second half. Right now, Paragould is held scoreless on a back-to-back 3-and-outs. And, back-to-back-to-back 3-and-outs. They punted the ball 3 times in a row, and Jefferson and Harrell in the backfield now for the Raiders. 2 tight ends and a receiver out on the left. It's Jeremiah Jackson and a lone receiver on the right. That's Jordan Simmons. And they get the freeze play to work. Makes it 3rd down and 1. And let's see if they call what they call. They're going to call false start. I think the Raider that jumped was probably number 1, Jordan Simmons. He's kind of looking at the sideline, touching his chest. That means my bad. I could be wrong. My apologies, Jordan, if I accuse you of the wrong thing. That is on me. I'm just trying to see everything at once, but it usually starts with watching the ball. 3rd down and 11. 12 minutes on the clock. We've yet to start the 4th quarter technically. The freeze play with the false start does not count because clock did not go. Well, I guess it does count. Backs the Raiders up 5 yards. So 3rd down and 11. 29-6. Raiders up by 23. 2 receivers on the right and tight ends on both sides. They get the snap, and Jefferson's going to keep it himself. He's going to run up the right side, and he's clipped about at the stick. It's going to be about 4th down and 9. And clock will roll as he didn't get out of bounds. 29-6, Raiders up by 23. And see, the Raiders are going to go for it here on 4th. They're going to bring out another receiver and Paul Sisk. Sisk usually a receiving back. So let's see what we get going here. 2 receivers outright. They bring Jeremiah Jackson in motion. It's going to be Jefferson passing. Jefferson stands still looking, and pass goes incomplete. Tried for looks like 11, number 10, Paul Sisk. And Sisk looked like he got tripped up and be a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for Paragould at the 19-yard line. That's where they'll take over here. 11:20 remains here in the 4th quarter. 29-6. Raiders with a 23-point lead. Nettleton has done very good. Paragould had a couple possessions that all ended in 4-and-outs on their last few drives. They keep with number 9 as the quarterback. Let me pull back up my roster. Don't want to get his name wrong. That's Estrada. They run it up the gut, and it's a stop after 1 yard. That's a pile down there. Lord have mercy. There's a lot of people on the floor, and it's a good job by the Raiders getting the football. They gave it to number 4, ZK Lange. So clock is rolling, 10:58 and counting. 29-6. Raiders up by 23. 2nd down and 9. It's been a fun one so far. They bring back out Deering. I can tell that by the abnormal height in the backfield. He's a 6'4" quarterback, which is very impressive. Deering gets the snap. He's going to throw. He's looking, and incomplete. Dropped by number 28. That is Dylan Burgess. And that's going to stop the clock at 10:36 as it goes incomplete. 29-6. Raiders up 23. Raiders looking to pitch another 4-and-out right here.
This would be a huge 3rd down stop if we can get it.
Be a good another one. And they're going to keep Deering in the backfield instead of number 9, Estrada. Estrada usually is a running back on the roster, so they run the ball when he's in there. He can also block. He's a defensive back. And Estrada can do a little bit of everything. And they're going to go with Deering. It's 3rd down and 9. This is usually a passing down. And the Raiders trying to catch him off guards on defense. They hand it off to Zach Flowers, and Flowers goes absolutely nowhere. Met immediately by the defensive line of the Raiders. And that's Darius McCuston making the stop. McCuston, he does a good job of seeing everything. And here comes the punting crew yet again for Paragould.
Very fast drive right there.
Very quick 3-and-out as they get ready to punt with number 18, Avery Deering. They got Simmons and Hendricks back there, and it's going to be a Raider takeover right here. Unless they try to fake it and go for it, there's always a chance. You never know. The punt is completed. Deering kicks it downfield, and Simmons giving chase, but he's not going to touch it. Coach has probably called Peter, and the ball's going to be at the 44-yard line where Nettleton take over 1st and 10. 9:50 set on the clock here in the 4th quarter, 29-6. It's the Raiders with a 23-point lead.
We are going to switch quarterbacks, I believe.
Yeah, Javion Lyons makes his return. I mean, why not? I mean, keep the switch up. I mean, Coach Wilson's doing a good job. He knows what he's doing. This is what he gets paid to do, be an offensive coordinator. And I like the quarterback switch. It gives
I do.
different looks.
Too.
It gives different teams different things on film. So now they run it. It's running with Harrell. Harrell up the gut, finding, and he runs right through somebody and gets the first down and some. I'm going to give him about 11, maybe 12 yards on the spot. I'm trying to see what the referees they're talking about over there on the sideline.
I mean, I believe he got past that first down marker.
I do see that as well, but there is a flag on the play, a holding call against the Raiders. It's 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so that just racks them up to 1st and 11. So they only lose a yard on that play, but it remains first down.
Very unfortunate. That was a great run.
Very good run by the Raiders there. Now they bring out their third receiver. They had an extra tight end out there, so now Jordan Orr returns into the game. Can always look out for a pass with Javion Lyons back there. He is the more of the passing style quarterback for the Raiders. Jefferson likes to scramble, and they give it this time. They give it to Harrell. Harrell gets about 4 yards right there. Maybe, let's call it 3. Makes it 2nd down and 8 to go for the Raiders. 9:08 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 29-6 Raiders with a 23-point lead. 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders. 8 yards to the opposite side, 46. So Nettleton trying to put together a good drive here, but chew some clock off. Give Paragould very little time with the ball back. Lyons and Harrell in the backfield. 3 receivers split out left. Tied in on the right side. And we're going to have a whistle blown. And there's going to be a, looks like official timeout. He's pointing to himself. He's pointing now towards Paragould. I'm trying to see what, they're talking to one of the Paragould players. And he is running.
Uniform malfunction, I believe, or
It could be
a list of things.
He's running out of the game, so hopefully it's not. I don't think he's injured because he didn't. There was no player down. Helmet didn't come off. Didn't see it, but I'm trying to. He is talking to the trainer, so we're gonna see what's going on with that.
Hopefully he's okay.
All thoughts and prayers for that young man. They're gonna hand it off to Harrell. Harrell working up the middle, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. 8:20 and ticking here in the fourth quarter. 29-6. Raiders up by 23. Burgess was there for the tackle. The Raiders have a long 3rd down. Usually this is a passing play. Usually you get this far from the sticks. Anywhere from 8 to 12, expect the pass. And here it is. Lyons drops back. Lyons looking. Lyons throws. And it's no good, incomplete, intended for Jordan Simmons. And Raiders looks like they're going to punt out here. Simmons looked like he tripped up on his route, try to run the curl route, maybe a comeback, depends on which one coach called. The only difference is one comes in the other way, and the comeback usually comes out towards the outside. So Raiders going to punt right here. A very, very odd punt formation. They now swing the gate. They run everybody inside. They have their gunners set up on the left. Lions punt. It's in the air. And it's tracking. It's going to get a bounce.
Raider bounce right there.
Good Raider bounce as it trickles down to the 23-yard lines. Raiders trying to blow on it for some extra. And it's going to be spotted at the 23-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the Rams as they take over 1st down and 10.
It's been a back and forth fourth quarter. Both teams, get a little bit of action and punt the ball.
7:47 remains on the clock for the fourth quarter. And I'm not talking the airplane. I'm talking play clock time. 29-6. Raiders up by 23. It's Deering and the Rams getting set to go here on 1st and 10. The Raider defense has put together a good set of multiple stops here. A lot of 4 and outs. And it's going to be a pass. Deering throws over the middle. It's complete. Complete to number 11 before he is tackled after the 1st down. That's Josh Ward, the senior. And they're going to spot him at the 33-yard line. 37-yard line. About a 12-yard reception. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Deering is in the shotgun, Split back set. One receiver out on the left side, tight end on the left as well. They hand it off to Lange, and Lange wrapped up in the backfield, slung down. Let's see who that is. Looks like can't see that young man's number. Damon Coleman is who they're going to give credit to. I figured it was the young man who's sitting in the backfield right now for the Rams. It's number 29. Let me double check, make sure I get that young gentleman's name correctly. Struggle sometimes with the defensive side of the ball and making sure I get all the names right. Number 29 is Kyler Robinson. Deering has second down and 9. They're going to give him 1 yard. And Deering has 3 receivers split out on the right. Deering gets the snap here. And he's going to pass. It's a screen pass to Lange. Lange trying to work up, and he is brought down. Not before he gets about 4 or 5 yards. They're going to say about 5. Brings up third down and about 3 to go. So a 6-yard gain right there. So third down and 3. 29-6. Clock is rolling. 6:15 remains here in the fourth quarter. It's been a fun and exciting matchup so far. Both teams playing very good football. Paragould looks good on the ground, and they're working the air game a little bit now. Screen passes and all that. Deering in the shotgun. Gets the snap, hands it off to Lange, and we're going to have a flag on the play. Flag is going to be, see the indication. They're going to say false start. They're going to back them up 5 yards right there. So that's a good boost for the Raiders. Keep momentum on their side. Be third down and about 7, maybe 8. 5:54 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 29-26 Raiders with a 23-point lead. Clock is rolling, but it's not turbo clock. That kicks in at 35 points, so it has to be a 5-score game. Deering in the shotgun has 2 receivers put out left. He's going to pass off the play action. Looking to pass. Flips it underneath to number 11. That's Ward, and Ward. I don't think ball did come loose. Ward still had it, and he gets the first down. I believe Hunter is seeing things tonight. This is the second time. He thought Harold hurdled somebody, and confirmed by everybody in the booth, he did not hurdle anybody. And that one, the ball did not come loose. I think Hunter is he's seeing things tonight. 5:27 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 29-6. Raiders up by 23. We're going to have to send Hunter over here to the optometrist tomorrow and hopefully get his eyes checked out and make sure there's nothing going on. Looks like we're having a quick little officials timeout right here. Injured player timeout. I did not see the player down for the Rams. It's number 51. Get that young man's name so we could have him in our thoughts and prayer. That's Zayden Burgess. Burgess. I have a lot of players here at Paragould. They have Dylan Burgess, number 28. Zayden Burgess. I believe I saw one more earlier. Now, that might be all of them. So, a lot of Burgesses, and they do a good job as a Ram. So, hopefully, everything's okay with that young man. Don't wish anything ill upon him. And hopefully, he's able to turn. He walked off on the sideline on his own power, and he's just doing some stretches right now. First and 10 for the Rams. 5:24 and ticking here in the fourth quarter. 29-6. Raiders up by 23 points. Deering gets the snap, hands it off to Lange. Lange wrapped up in the backfield, but gets about 3 yards right there. It's going to be second down and about 7. And that's Darius McCuston right there with the big stop. 5 minutes remains here in the fourth quarter. 29-6. It's a 23-point ball game. Raider defense looking to keep their scoreless half going, trying to keep Paragould out of the red zone. Raiders have the walk-up backer on the left. Deering in the shotgun, gets the snap, fakes the handoff. He's looking to pass. He throws it, hits Burgess. Burgess is wrapped up, but not before he gets the first.
That tackle was led by Damon Coleman.
Coleman did make the tackle. However, there is a first down for the Rams. First down and ticking. 4:25 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 29-6. Raiders up by 23. And Paragould getting the play in. They're doing a good job threading through this Nettleton defense, trying to fill the gaps and find the plays that are going to work.
Sure are.
First and 10 for the Rams. Deering and Lange in the backfield. They're going to run it with Deering. Deering up the gut. Gets a good chunk of gain right there. Gets about 7 yards on the play.
Stumbling and rumbling. Got great yards right there.
They're going to mark him down at the 31-yard line. They're going to say 6 yards. So second down and 4. 3:45 remaining here in the fourth. 29-6. Raiders up by 23 points as Paragould's working this drive down the field. Deering gets the snap. He's going to pass, and he throws, and it's caught by Flowers. Flowers gets no yards after the catch, but that's going to be a first down right there.
Going to move the chains. They're moving right now. They are.
Got just enough for a first down on the catch. Caught it on his knees, so it's a dead ball as soon as it was caught. 3:25 remaining here in the fourth. 29-6. That was a good job running as much clock as they can. And Paragould not getting out of bounds, so they're not stopping the clock. They do have 2 timeouts left if they do need to use them to boost a comeback. It's a fake pass. Deering throws, looking. The ball is intercepted. It's Kylan Hendricks. Kylan Hendricks going to run out of the end zone. Hendricks, he has some space. He's getting up. He's running down the field, and he's finally brought down at the 30-yard line. And Nettleton with a great interception, and that is a momentum changer for sure. Kylan Hendricks was tried, and Kylan Hendricks said, "Thank you. I'll take that, kind sir." I mean, it was a jump ball. Both the receiver and Kylan had hands on the ball, and Kylan literally said, "Not today. I'll take that." And he got it down to the 30. 1st and 10 for the Raiders with the takeover. Nettleton brings out Marcus Jefferson and Paul Sisk for the running back. And we got some young guys out there.
2 minutes and 54 seconds remaining.
Nettleton looking to just put this game away, keep the ball on the ground. Jefferson gets the snap, hands it off to Sisk. Sisk up the gut, spinning, and gets about 2, maybe 3 yards right there. Makes it second down and 8. Clock starts rolling, 2:38, and moving within the fourth quarter. Decided to bring you the action tonight. It's always fun up here with the NTV crew. And glad you get to join us on nights like this. Perfect nights for Friday night football. It's Jefferson. It's Sisk in the backfield. 2 receivers split out right. Receiver and tight end on the left side. Sisk is going to get the handoff yet again. He's running up the left side. Uses a stiff arm. And he's going to get out of bounds. Clock will stop right there. And they're going to move the chains right there. Clock will actually still roll. 2:02 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Now they finally stop it. I think they're just waiting on it, the sticks to move. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. And now clock will start again. We're at 2 minutes. 2 minutes remain. It's Jefferson. It's Sisk. 3 receivers out right. We got tight end on that side as well. Sisk moves sides of the backfield. Jefferson gets the snap. He's going to hand it off to Sisk yet again. Sisk looking outside. Sisk has a gap. Sisk gets the first down, still on his feet. And that's about a 17-yard carry right there. And clock will stop as they move the chains. 29-6. Raiders doing a phenomenal job of keeping the ball on the ground and getting first downs, trying to put this game away. 1:33 and ticking here in the fourth. This is probably bound to be the last drive of the game. It's Jefferson and Sisk in the backfield. And Coach Wilson giving them the play, not last second, but getting enough time off the clock. Jefferson, a very smart quarterback, waits as well. He gets it to number 10, Sisk. Sisk trying to fight forward, and they're gonna say he loses about half a yard on the far sideline. Near sideline thinks he lost a little bit more. But 1 minute remaining. Second down and 10. I wonder if they're fixing to line this thing up in victory formation. It'd be a last-second play call here. And it looks like they are not lining it up. Wait. Yeah, here we go. This is victory formation right here. Raiders are in it, and they snap it here. Ball game will be over. Jefferson gets the snap. He will take the knee, and the play clock's at 40. Game clock's at 30. Both teams are going to line up and shake hands. Nettleton will win this one here, 29-6. Raiders win by 23. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're fixing to take a break and go into our Barton's post-game show. It's time for the Barton's post-game show. build it. Excuse me. What am I saying? That's the old postgame show. The American Navy postgame show. It's time for the American Navy postgame show. If you want a path that never quits, visit Navy.com to find out more. Back here in 2 minutes on the EAB Sports Network. You're tuned in to our America Navy post-game show. If you want to join a force that never quits, visit Navy.com to find out more. And what a thrilling second half that was. The Raiders win it 29-6, and it was. Let's go ahead and break down the scoring. First quarter action, Jordan Orr, he scored on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Made it 7-0. Nettleton led with 9:42 remaining in the first. We're silent till the second quarter. Then Z.K. Lange scored a 4-yard touchdown run and made it 7-6. A botched 2-point conversion did not go Paragould way. Jordan Simmons scored for the Raiders, 44-yard touchdown catch with 1:29 remaining in the half, made it 14-6. Nettleton looked really good there. In the third quarter, Nettleton really ran away with it. Xavier Harrell, 11-yard touchdown run, made it with 7:32 remaining in the third, made it 22-6. Nettleton went for 2 after Paragould jumped off sides, so therefore Nettleton went up by 16. Then in the third quarter, Xavier Harrell scored again, 57 yards out, touchdown run, made it 29-6 with 5:45 remaining in the third, and that's the end of the scoring, and that's how the Raiders do it. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take just one more quick break. So, actually, take that back. Let's do a quick 3-minute break. When we come back, we'll have the rest of the post-game show by American Navy. Back here in 3 on the EAB Sports Network. Raider football, you're joining us in for the Barton's. Dang, I done it again. The American Navy post-game show. Join a force that never quits. Visit Navy.com to find out more. Shout out to our sponsors at American Navy, always protecting the seas of America. They do a great job. No complaints from my end. It's still a free country, and I love every bit of it. So the Raiders win here 29-6, win by 23. We're in the Navy post-game show, the force that never quits. Visit Navy.com to find out more. And we're going to go to name our Jonesboro Orthopedic Sports Medicine player of the game. Player of the game is brought to you by Jonesboro Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. They've been keeping you in the game for more than 40 years. So, player of the game tonight, let's go to somebody we haven't done yet. We'll go to Jordan Simmons. Simmons got a couple good passes. Simmons also had a 44-yard touchdown. And Simmons will take home the JOSM Player of the Game award this week on my behalf. I'm sorry, I get all jumbled up. It's been a
crazy night.
Yeah, fast tempo game gets you all rattled as a play-by-play commentator, at least for a first-year experience. I'm used to basketball, but it's a little different than basketball. But it's been fun. So from the Nettleton TV crew here, it's Ryan Bell, Colton Stevens, Hunter Tolbert, Mr. Money Dolly Max Samples upstairs, and from the main man back in the studio, Gavin Grubbs. Shout out to Mr. Gavin, keeping us on air, doing everything right, and Roll 5, brother. So from all of us here, I'd like to wish you a great Friday night. Raider pride is justified. Raider pride forever.